When Stokes County was divided by act of the North Carolina legislature on January 16, 1849, the new county was named Forsyth. New counties were often named for prominent citizens, and in this case, the name came from a fallen hero of the War of 1812, Colonel Benjamin Forsyth. Many years later, a highway marker was placed in Germantown near the location of his home. In January 1949, 100 years after Forsyth County was formed, plans for a celebration were announced with James A. Gray, Jr. as chairman of the Centennial Committee. Already underway was the writing of a Forsyth County history book titled Forsyth, A County on the March. Also formed in January 1949 was the Forsyth County Centennial Beard Committee, known as the Bush Growers. Raising their mustache cups in toast, Joe King, Jess Mercer, and Stanley Warner announcing the formation of the Bush Growers and proclaiming that January 22nd was the official day to stop shaving. At their pioneer dinner in February, in a spirit of fun, some men were convicted of indecent exposure of the face, and contests are announced for the best beard. Some men discovered that the beards didn't hold the same fascination for their wives. Anchor Department Store advertised a beard photograph special. One taken with the beard, one taken later minus the beard, all for $4. The beards only made up part of the costume when the Bush Growers boarded the train in early May, which would carry them nearly 500 miles for over 35 hours to Wilmington and Wrightsville Beach. The outfits covered a wide range of styles, from Abraham Lincoln to bathing beauties. Whenever the train stopped, the travelers would visit the town and spread the word of Forsyth County's celebration to the curious onlookers. Mayoral candidate Marshall Curfees presented a copy of the new county history book to the mayor of Wrightsville. On Saturday night, the Bush Growers and their ladies held a square dance, and before they left for home, a group shot recorded their eventful weekend for all to remember. Centennial Week officially opened May 8th with a service at First Baptist Church, and there was a radio play aired by WAIR titled Magnificent Enchantment. The celebration on May 12 began with the burying of a time capsule on the courthouse lawn. During the preceding week, the capsule and its contents were displayed in the windows of Mother and Daughter Store on Liberty Street. The stainless steel case was 2 feet across, 4 feet high, 1/8 of an inch thick, and filled with nitrogen gas to preserve the documents. A bronze plaque was later placed on a granite monument marking the spot with the inscription, "Beneath this marker is buried the Forsyth County Centennial Time Capsule, May 12, 1949. The contents represent some of the products manufactured in Forsyth County at the time of its 100th anniversary. It is to be opened by county officials on May 12, 2049. A parade followed, and presiding over the parade were guests such as Governor Kerr Scott, actress Katherine Grayson, and husband Johnny Johnson, and UNC All-American halfback Charlie Choo Choo Justice, as well as local officials. The parade, which featured 35 floats, 7 bands, dozens of vehicles, and hundreds of men, women, and children, began at Broad Street and traveled 4th to Main in front of City Hall and ended at Salem College. Carts, surreys, buggies, wagons, fire engines, and all types of vehicles were driven or pulled down the streets. Overhead, 32 Marine Corps F-4U fighter planes gave the 100,000-plus spectators a look into the future with their aerial salute. The final celebration of the day was the Forsyth-orama, a pageant depicting 100 years of Forsyth County history, which was presented at Bowman Gray Stadium. Thomas Carroll of Winston-Salem wrote the pageant titled A Light in the Pines, and Dr. Charles Vardell wrote most of the music. In 1958, the courthouse underwent a change, additions to each ends of the building. Fortunately, the time capsule was removed before construction began and now resides inside the wall of the old courthouse, holding memories of a county's history placed there by our forefathers in 1949 to be opened by our children in 2049.